I ain't did one in a minute. Yo, I see 38 Spesh, right? I ain't in the studio today, man. I'm chilling. But I see 38 Spesh, like he coming at Jada, right? So basically, like him and Jada got on the track. They did the song. Jada gave him his number and said, let's work. And Spesh said he was sending music to him, and it felt like Jadakiss was spinning him. So he like, damn, he took it like, damn, you scared to get on the track with me or something? You know what I mean? Or you must have felt like I flamed you on the track that we was on, and now you don't know if you want to double back. Now, I don't think Jada's scared. That's the thing. I don't think Jada's scared, but I'm going to tell you this, though. Like, when you give a man your number and you say that he didn't ask for, and you say let's work, and he's sending you songs, and you kind of just dubbing him, or you leaving his shit on scene, you got to understand, everybody don't take that the same way. Everybody not for the industry games. 38 Special, real street nigga, you know what I'm saying? So you give a man your word, or you give him your number, and you tell him let's work. All right, cool. I'm gonna take you up on that offer. And then when you don't come through, I'm gonna look at you like a clown. And that's how 38 is looking at it. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect to Jadakiss, nothing like that, but that's how 38 viewing it. Like, you gave me your number that I didn't ask for. You said let's work. We did a song together. Cool. I'm sending you songs. What you think about this? What you think about that? You just dubbing my shit. So what am I supposed to think? You know what I'm saying? But now I see like Jim Jones getting involved. I see Nino Man. The Nino Man freestyle surprised me, because I'm like, man, I can't even remember the last time I seen you around Jadakiss. You got an Instagram page on video games. You're not even rapping no more. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even understand what was the reason of jumping out the window. Jadakiss can rap for himself. He don't need, I don't need no help. And the freestyle was kind of whack, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. The freestyle was whack, bro. You know what I mean? If you was gonna back your man up, you should have came with something stronger than that. But what you call it? I see Jim Jones talking about my young boy. Nah, you get in the booth. Because you the one that's rapping good now. Like, you the one that's trying to show everybody, like, yo, I'm nicer than what I used to be. So you get in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. But you know what I feel like? Just overall, my thoughts. I feel like it's about time upstate cats get their props, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of them being overlooked like they not holding the state down with music. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got on using the same sound that's native to New York, that made everybody fall in love with New York music. You know what I'm saying? They using the same boom bap sound that made everybody fall in love with New York music. You heard? You look at New York City right now, it's a bunch of trap music. Like, we done lost our identity, bro. You know what I'm saying? We done lost our identity. We don't even, we not even, like, now don't get it twisted. There's some cats from the city that still maintain tradition. You know what I'm saying? So it's not everybody, but a lot of the newer cats, the younger cats that's coming out now, they trying to sound like everybody else. They want to sound like Chicago. They want to sound like Detroit. They want to sound like everybody except what New York sound like. You know what I mean? And then another thing I look at, right? It has to be a changing of the guard. You know what I mean? I'm tired of seeing the same old rappers in the forefront, man. It's time to put some new rappers there. Because we got people that's in New York that been putting in work for years. Look, Rome Streets is dead nice from Brooklyn, right? It took a upstate nigga to sign him. You mean to tell me all these rappers that's in the city that got all his emotion, and you mean to tell me he gets overlooked? And he's dead nice. Son look like he's versatile enough to make more than just rap music, R&B, jams, all that. You feel me? So when I heard he was signed to Griselda, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's even another cat from Brooklyn, man. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. But his song, like 50 be using his songs on Power and stuff like that. But he dead nice too. And he get overlooked. And I'm like, yo, like what these rappers, like, they not putting nobody on. They want to be in a spotlight the whole time. They ain't putting nobody on. Where's your youngins that came up under your tutelage? We don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, and on the real, you can't ask Jim Jones like that a question, because, you know, from what I was hearing over the years, a lot of them dudes, man, they ain't make no money messing with Jim. I mean, let's keep it a buck. That's why the whole Jim Jones and Max B situation was like that. That's why Jaja was voicing her concerns and shit like that. They wasn't getting no money. So, you know, like, where's the youngins that, see, that's the thing, like, I've noticed with New York, right? Like, when dudes get on, if they do put another person on, they want to jerk them. They want to put them in a bad contract. You know what I mean? They don't want to really stand behind them. Now, some artists do, like, you know what I mean? So I'm not, this don't go for all, you know, elder statesmen that come from New York. You feel me? But a lot of the times they want to put them in bad deals. And you know, for some rappers, it leave a sour taste in their mouth. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I put in all this work and now I'm stuck in a bad deal. Like, this not how I, you know what I mean? So that be the thing. And when I look at, like, even with Fab, like, Paul Kane is dead nice. Why he don't get no promotion? And that's Fab brother. You dig what I'm saying? Like, when you look at, like, Terror Squad, for instance, right? Besides Pun, ain't nobody really blow off a Terror Squad. It's just these niggas in the limelight all the time. You know what I mean? You know? It's like, it's a lot of the rappers that come from the 90s and, you know, the 2000s, the early 2000s, they not putting no new young talent on, man. They just want to be in the forefront all the time. And it's a lot of rappers that's talented that get overlooked because of that. Let's keep it real. There's rappers from the city that get overlooked because of that. But the difference with upstate is upstate put their own money behind their shit. For the most part, they move like a crew. Like the Griselda dudes, they move like a crew. You know what I'm saying? West Side Gun was the bank. Conway and Benny was the spitters. And they put that, and they worked as a team. They put that work in, and now they, you know, they all got their name established now. You know what I'm saying? But that's the crazy thing. Like, you know, we gotta, and I think we could learn something from the upstate cast. Like, we gotta stop waiting for, you know, rappers gotta stop waiting for record deals, man. You gotta just come out and put your shit out there and just try to be, you know, try to put the best that, you know, put your all into it and put it out there, man. Don't sit around waiting for nobody to put you on and all that, man. Because a lot of these dudes, man, they don't want to put nobody on. They want to be the ones in the spotlight all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I feel like New York music has went totally backwards, man. Like, we didn't grow over time. We didn't get better with time. We got worse. It's like 50 Cent, to me, was like one of the last stars coming out of New York that could rap, that could, you know what I'm saying, was with all that. 50 Cent was like one of the last major artists to come out of the city, bro. You know what I'm saying? As far as, like, you know, dudes rap. You know what I mean? You know, and like I said, there's a lot of honorable mentions, man. You got A Boogie, you know what I'm saying? You got Don Q, you got Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, you know what I'm saying? You got Eli Frost, you know what I mean? These dudes rap too. They rap good too. But the only way they got any kind of light is by linking with somebody that was willing to finance them so they can, you know, take their career to another level. You know what I'm saying? But the actual guys that's in New York that been doing this shit, you know, their name is known, they not putting these dudes on, man. So I just feel like, yo, 38 Spesh got all right to talk his shit. And it ain't a New York versus upstate thing. It ain't a New York City versus upstate thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because them boys solid too. And we all New York. It shouldn't be no upstate and downstate beef. And that's corny. Because when you in the penitentiary, we all got to be in that joint together. You know what I'm saying? If we go out of town and, you know, you see another New York cat, you be glad to see somebody, a familiar face or somebody that's from the town. You know what I mean? So, or from the state. You heard? Like, so this ain't none of that. You know what I mean? But I feel like it has to be a changing of the guard, man. I feel like 38 Spesh has the right to talk his shit. You know what I mean? He got the right to talk his shit. Cause he been putting rappers on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's the thing I like with them upstate cats. They all support each other. Ain't nobody backbiting each other and stabbing each other in the back and doing all this corny shit. They all do songs with each other. They all rock with each other. Even if they from different camps, they still link and do music together. And you know what I'm saying? You know, 38, you know what I mean? He put Ransom back on. You know, Ransom, you know, had to go sit down for a little bit, but you know, Ransom is dead nice. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, man, listen, man, it's upstate got to line up, and it's about time they get they just due, man. We got to stop overlooking the upstate cats, man, because they been putting in work, and they dead nice. They got songs for days, and I'm talking about quality shit, not no BS. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel, man. You know, that's my thoughts on that. But later on today, man, I want to do a blog on Bleak, man. Yo, Bleak was talking crazy, bro. I'm gonna do a video on that. Right now, I'm just in the whip with it, man. I'm late night, you know what I mean? A little late night store run. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna do, cause yo, Bleak was talking crazy, man. We gonna definitely get into that one, man, for sure. But yeah, it's time for them upstate cats to get they just due, man. They've been putting in work, you know what I mean? And you know, they've been doing it for a long time, baby. It's time, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. It's time for a changing of the guard, man. And I don't care what nobody say. Jadakiss, don't get it twisted. Jadakiss is nice. Jadakiss did his thing, but I'm gonna say it like I said it before on the other blogs. Jadakiss is a lazy rapper. Jadakiss' career could have went so far if he would have been more consistent with the music, bro. Styles P got more music than Jadakiss. These upstate cats that, you know what I mean, that they going back and forth, they got more music than Jadakiss. So why shouldn't they feel like they should be able to talk their shit? I feel like Jadakiss is overrated. He's nice, but he's overrated. Let's not act like on the verses with Dipset that freestyle he was spitting, that was old. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Like, and Styles P is dead. I feel like Styles P and Jadakiss damn near neck to neck, skills wise. Cause I've listened to all the D Block shit. Styles, Sheik, Jada. Styles had more music to me. I could be wrong, but to me, Styles had more music than both of them. And Styles don't get all the shine and all of that. You know what I mean? That how Jadakiss get. But he did his thing. You know, he stomped his foot in the game. But yeah, man, I just feel like, man, listen, you know, in my book, my opinion, you don't gotta agree, Jadakiss is overrated. And it needs to be a changing of the guard, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I could pull 10 Conway songs and line it up with 10 Jadakiss songs, and boy, you know what I mean? Like, they up there. Conway really like that. You know what I mean? Spesh is a problem too. Spesh is dead nice. But some people might not like Spesh voice. But Conway? Conway's a problem. Conway could actually do a crossover to mainstream. Conway is dead nice, you know what I'm saying? And it's about time, man. Get them boys they props, man, you know what I'm saying? Get them boys they props. Yeah, I got podcasts out now. All the rappers on podcasts in New York City now, right? Bring them out on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Make collabs with them. Put them in the loop. You know what I mean? Because they've been putting in work, man. Real shit. Everybody in the country know about Griselda. You know what I'm saying? And that benefits New York State. You know why? Because we all won. We all won. What real New York nigga ain't never been upstate before? And I ain't talking about the prison. I'm talking about just upstate. Man, whether they got a Peoples up there, they had a Shorty up there, whatever. And how many upstate cats then came down to the city and poly with cats? You know what I'm saying? When we go, you know, when cats go to the pen, you know what I'm saying? They get caught up in situations, they go to the pen. And the upstate cats, they link with the cats from downstate and make real bonds and real connections behind the G wall. You know what I'm saying? So don't get out here on the street and act like we all strangers. That's some corny shit. Because any real New York nigga done been through the whole New York. From upstate to downstate. The whole New York. Not just New York City. You know what I mean? So, you know, like that there, man. I don't want to be too long with it, man. But that's my thoughts on the Jadakiss and 38 Spesh situation. You feel me? Anyway, let me go make my little story, man. Peace.